everyone. This is McQuillan, back for another little guide video, I guess. We're in the, what is this now? Oh yeah, the Alliance Trials. So today I'm going to just kind of go through what I do in the Alliance Trials here. I have given everybody the formations when you're fighting a bow commander, but I just wanted to show you with some of the extra commanders that we do have to fight, how do we deploy them. So initially I was using Kevin as that initial front line. Well, I've changed that to get a little extra boost because my Kevin is not as high as Chris would be. See, my Chris has 48,000 health compared to Kevin, who has 39,000, so almost 40,000, which is a significant difference. So I put him in there first, and then I still do the same as before. So I'll put Jean up top. Obviously, she's a healer, and then Marjorie down below, which is who you want as well. And then in the back line, you want Theon because you like his his stack damage is really good. As you can see at the top there, it says he deals over 6,500 damage when he gets to his skill, and then it'll stack by 5,700 up to 5 times, which is massive. So if you keep him alive the entire time, that's where you get your massive damage. Plus you get the bonus damage because he's a bow. And then you do the same thing with Sheila and Sabrina because they have their special skills as well. So we do a quick one there. And as you can see, they all backline lived is what you want. Jean's giving that extra damage and the healing, and then Marjorie's got the bubble around everyone. So, and then the next one, if you have Seg, he's a really good tank for this, so he goes in the middle. And then you want to put Sansa here because she'll heal, and you put her up front because you want her skill to go off as quickly as possible. Then the front ones, since they are the first to attack, will have the biggest skill, or their skill will go off sooner. And then you want Crevasse because he has that 2-second stun if you get to his skill. Not a high damage dealer, but that 2-second stun is key. And then for the back line here, you want to put Sorn, especially if you happen to gold, and then Obeen because he's at gold as well. His damage is 9,500. It's better for multiple targets, and he actually goes down here. And then you want Tyrion, and the reason you want Tyrion up there is because he does he gives extra attack to all allies. So then we'll do that one. As you can see, the back line lived again. That's what you want. Even Crevasse lived as well. So we'll go to the next one. And I've done this so many times that I'm not even looking at the formations because I just kind of know it by now, because we have a very difficult time, and that's why I'm trying to help people who have more commanders to get through this, because I've tried different ways, and maybe my ways aren't perfect, but I've definitely seen a little bit of an increase even from the previous one. So we're going to go with Gorel, and then we're going to go with Jamie, and then I normally would have Chris here in this formation, but I'm going to go back to Kevin instead this time, because usually Chris is here. I swap them too, and I think this is a better formation. So Gorel here, he has the stun, which is great. Jamie plays really well here because he adds his prowess, and then of course the rest of his skills as well. And then Kevin, obviously, he has a 2-second stun too, so we have 2 stuns up front. 2 tanks here. He kind of tanks a little bit. I mean, at 26,000 right now, I have him in green. I'm not going to go any higher with him. I don't think. I mean, he's a good commander if you want to upgrade him for different things. But in this example, you really it would be good, but it's not truly worth it. Now for the back line in this one, there's different ways to go about this, and you want your high damage dealers, except for the one thing who's not really good when it comes to the Alliance Trials is Arya. Everybody thinks Arya is. I mean, she has a 9,000 per damage hit, but there's no stacking. There's no extras abilities. She's doing her ability does the 3 times, so she does 9,000 damage, which is pretty good. And then it has a defense, which isn't really that great, and then adds damage when to her attack when an enemy is killed. Well, there was only one enemy, so nobody's dying. So she's really not that great. There's other better damage dealers than her. I'm going to use Daenerys because I have her upgraded. Everybody knows. I, you know, didn't didn't intend to do this, but I did it anyway. But you can see she does 15,000 damage to the target when she gets to her skill. Plus she burns them for an extra. What is it? Yeah. Every half a second for 5 seconds, she's doing 1,300 damage, which is obviously another massive damage dealer. And then she adds 8,600 damage as well for there. So I'm putting her back there, and then Julian as well, who does his skill. He gets 15,900. See, their skills are way more than what Arya's were, even though Arya was dealing more damage. But if you can get to these skills, you can really do a lot of damage. So I think Julian is really good. And the last one, oh yeah, I'm going to go back to my bows again. I only have these 3 left. And Melisandre, you're going to put her in there. So deal that one, and again, the back line lives, what you want again, because you get the bow, which is, she's dealing more damage, and then these 2, which were high damage dealers. So then we come back, and typically I was dealing like 7 million damage, it's 7 million damage total, but now I've gotten over 8 million just by tweaking a little bit of some little things. So then we're going to go to Haley, and Varys, and Robb. So Robb will do Haley absorbs the damage, something that she doesn't have the stun like Robb does. That's why you don't put Robb in the middle, because you want Robb to live longer so he could stun a couple times. She takes some of the damage, and then Varys goes up front because you like him up there so that the Robert doesn't get off his skill, because this takes his skill away. His once you get to his yeah, see right there it says does 10,000 damage, and then reduces his might by 200. So that's what you want there. And then at this point, try to look and see what the formation that I've had before is. What I had Julian in this point, or Egbert. So those are both not bad. On the top and the bottom still, I'm still going to keep those the same. So for here, I'm going to keep Barrett, or Beret, however you say his name, up top, and then I'm going to keep Mango down below, and then in the middle, I have Cersei unlocked at Gray. I wouldn't get her anymore anyway. She has decent. She doesn't do much damage. Is 3,600 is her initial attack, but then her Wildfire does 4 times, dealing 2,400. So that's 10,000 damage in her attack. So if she gets that off, she does really well, and she has a couple other damage skills as well. Well, just one other, I guess. So I think she's good in that respect there. Egbert, I'm not putting him in there because he's a healer, so or a damage reduction. So at this point, I think that my back line will all live, and my front line will take all the damage. So I don't think I need any more damage reduction. I can save that. So I go to battle, and that's exactly what happened. Even Varys didn't even get any damage. They went straight to Cersei. All right, so go to the next one. I'm already up to 6.5, 6.6 almost. And then we're going to go to Haley, Andrea, Russell, and I believe it's Lyanna, and I got to find her. There she is. Again, you're looking at the tanks again, 56,000, 41,000, 28,000, really, really good. At this point, we're going to go to another bow. This is where I think we're going to put Egbert in the middle. To the damage reduction, because they're a little smaller. This is where it's getting a little less health, a little less defense. And then we're going to put in Meryl. I have him at gold, and he does a lot of damage. He's really good. And then the other one was where was the, oh yeah, here we go. Arslan, because Arslan's damage is pretty massive too. I mean, 3 attacks, each dealing 11,000 damage. That's 33,000, almost 34,000 damage, plus additional damage. So he does a lot too. But so put him in there too. You want to keep them alive if possible. And there you go. You can see the front line is the ones that died. The back line, your hitters are doing well. Back up to 7.4 right now. Get back in. So slow. So now with the remainder, I don't have them. I didn't send them along with the formation. So now you just kind of pick and choose, but there's a way to do it. So Hector's are really good. You see it says attack defense up by his name, 38,000 health, really, really good. No more. What's the word I'm looking for. No more stuns is what I was going to say, because there's nobody stunning. So I'm going to put, he's 39,000, Jon Snow, which he's got good defense. I'll put him in there, and then I'm going to put Hector as another attack defense. And then you look at your other attack defense. So like, you know, she's got 28,000. She's 26. He's an area attack. She's got, what does she have? She has 4,300 defense. Not a whole lot, 4,500. Their defense isn't really that great, but I guess their health is more important than I guess anything. So maybe I'll go with her. And at this point, Arya might be worth putting in there. Well, at this point, see, Robert's one of probably the worst character of them all, worst commander. But since he's a bow and he counters, you want to probably put him back there at this point. And then I would go with Miranda. She does a lot of damage too, so you could actually put her in earlier maybe as well, but I like putting her in there. Who else do I? Oh yeah, there. And I still have Sonar, because Sonar does a good damage dealer as well. She has low health, so she won't live, but she does like all her attacks or something about reducing the defense or adds to attack or something. So I'm putting her in there too. And at that point, yeah, at this point it's without any stuns or anything, you're just flat out dying. But now I'm 7.8, and DW is just massive damage with his. These are probably very highly upgraded and way more than mine. So now I only have a few left over. So Feast is one that I'll probably put in there. He's 27, to take that. 26 here. And then if you look at the other ones, he's attack defense, but he's not, I don't have, I think his name is Enzo. I don't have him up that high, but he'll go there. And then I would just put Annie and Arya in the back. And I could have put Arya in before. I know I said, I kind of put her down in a sense, but I probably just put them in there, and then they're all going to die, but they'll do some damage. So as you can see, just over 8 million. I've been up to 8.4, maybe 8.3, right around there. So just something to think about and to consider is those formations. So hopefully this video helps everyone. We're down to 35% on Robert, and hopefully we can continue to do better with these bows, and hopefully this video helps anyone who may have certain commanders. Just something to remember is to when you're putting your formation, is to put a tank that may not stun in the middle, and then put the stunning tanks on the outside so they can get off their stun a few more times, and then obviously look for your damage dealers in the back, just like most other formations. So I hope this helps, and hopefully we'll have a few more videos in the future here, but until then, I will see you guys later.